Very good morning. So sorry for the keep to waiting. May I now request Honorable Professor Ajay Sood sir, PSA to the Government of India on the dais. Welcome you, sir. I request Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom on the dais. Mr. Ashok Kumar, DDGSRI. Professor Rohit Budhiraja, Vice Chair Bharat6G Alliance and Professor IIT Kanpur, Dr. Kumar Sivarajan, Vice Chair Bharat6G Alliance and CTO Tejas Networks, and Mr. Anil Bharadwaj. I think he may be slightly late, sir, but let us start with your permission. Let us start this session. Yes, I just request Professor David Koilpillai to give a bouquet to the PSA. Sir, just 1 minute, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. so thank you, sir. So directly let me invite the Vice Chair B6GA, Mr. Rohit, for the welcome address.
Honorable Professor Ajay Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Dr. Neeraj Mittal, Secretary Telecom Department of Telecommunication, Mr. Ashok Kumar, DDG, SRI DOT, Mr. Anil Kumar Bharadwaj, DDG SE DOT, and Dr. Kumar Sivarajan, co-founder Tejas Networks. Senior officers from government, academia, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, startups, industry, and colleagues. A very warm welcome to all of you to the curtain raiser function of the Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave being organized under the theme. Setting the tone for Atmanirbhar Bharat6G as part of the second International Bharat6G Symposium 2025. It is indeed a privilege to have this session chaired by the PSA to the Government of India in the august presence of the Secretary Department of Telecommunications and several distinguished national and international participants. Today's event sets the stage for India's vision of becoming a global leader in technology, innovation including 6G, a vision driven by science, innovation and through collaboration with academia, industry and government. Under the leadership of the Department of Telecom and through the collective efforts of the Bharat6G Alliance, we are building a strong and self-reliant ecosystem that will power the digital future of our nation. We have 8 thematic sessions over the 2 days where more than 300 participants with more than 50 will discuss collaboration in all the aspects of technology development. On behalf of the Bharat6G Alliance, I extend a heartfelt welcome and deep gratitude to all distinguished guests and participants for joining us today and supporting this important national initiative. Thank you. Okay, so I'll quickly walk through you the presentation to set the tone for this Atmanirbhar Bharat. So before we talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat 6G, let me briefly talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat 4G. And I think we have a success story here wherein Tejas has installed this 4G network through BSNL all over India. And then this Atmanirbhar Bharat 5G, this is a project which was funded by DOT, and I'm talking about one initiative wherein we built this network and transferred the technology to Tata Tejas Networks. So this was basically done by these institutions, and the entire hardware and the software was done across these institutions. So the RAN was done by 3 institutions and the core was done by another 2 institutions. So you see this, the indigenous 5G RAN has been deployed at multiple places across multiple avenues. This another one such installation you see at IIT Kanpur. I just wanted to tell you this, that the entire hardware and the software for this was built indigenously. So this is the basement part, and this is another thing which we wanted to tell you was that that Indian academia, this is a unique point of India that has been very active in the standardization. And if you look at this, there are like 800 technical documents in 3GPP, and we have filed 300 plus patents, and 40 plus of them are actually close to SEPs. So the Lekanas in Atmanirbhar Bharat 5G, so they were, if you look at it, we built the systems, but we did not build the devices. So what we are planning as a part of this Bharat6G alliance, we say that we want to build the entire ecosystem in India. If you look at this, we want to build everything this time, whether they are filters, whether they are transceiver chips, whether they are FPGAs, whether they are GPS boards, everything we want to build in India this time. And that's the difference. That's how we are working with the Department of Telecommunication. We have proposed this to them, that they should fund these companies so that they build these devices. We have shortlisted, we have figured out these companies who are working on these different aspects of the transceivers. And these are the academic institutions which we believe can make these systems out of it. And what we have suggested to the government of India, that we will take phased approach to this. And now looking at the timeline, we are talking about this pre-standardization phase. So we have proposed a budget of 1,500 crores. If you look at this, we are talking about hardware development, we are talking about software development, everything. Okay, we are talking about pre-standardization test bed. So this is a detailed budget which we have come up with. You look at this, we have done our homework, what is required by the nation to basically come up with completely indigenous 6G network. And if you look at it, the detailed budget for first phase has also been worked out, which will basically be from 2025 to 27. And what we are talking about is basically there should be pre-standard test beds, and we have worked out a budget for 275 crores. We have set aside some money for standardization IPRs. We have set aside some money for hardware development. So we are working with industry, we are working with academia, so that if we start working on it now, 27, we'll have all these modules built by different companies, and then 27 to 29 time frame, all this will be integrated with the standardization phase when the work will actually start. So what we say here is that we need these test beds, the pre-standard test bed. These are 4 or 5 focus areas which we have come upon. And as a part of Bharat6G Alliance, what we are saying, we have proposed this kind of hub and spoke model, and there'll be an implementing agency. There'll be these institutions with whom these smaller institutions will work, and these institutions will act as a hub. They'll act as a knowledge base for these smaller institutions, and industry and academia will work together and then realize this Atmanirbhar 6G vision. So our situation on spectrum is also clear. We have basically this 500 megahertz band of unlicensed operation, and then 300 plus 100, 700 megahertz identified for IMT service, which is basically around 5.925 gigahertz to around 7.125 gigahertz. So I just want to conclude this talk by saying that as a part of Bharat6G Alliance, we have this roadmap ready for Atmanirbhar Bharat6G. We have identified 6G technologies and subsystems which need to be designed and modeled for academia and industry to work together to design the 6G. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Dr. Kumar Sivarajan, Vice Chair, for his initial industry view.
Thank you. I think the government of India has been very supportive for the industry, for its, for building telecom products. Clearly, this was true in 4G, where a number of companies were encouraged to set up their radios and core, and the BSNL deployed its, indigenous technology from Tata Group, T-Dot, and Tejas was also part of it. Same thing has happened in 5G. I think there are a number of companies developing particularly radios for 5G. The government has enabled test beds, small orders, 100 sites, 100 radios, so on. So I think that's very encouraging. Through Bharat6GA, we also expect to encourage startups to participate in standards, understand what is the standard essential patent landscape, and sort of then create IPR. So I think that's going to be useful. For mid-stage companies, these trials and small orders are very helpful, and we hope this will continue. And in 6G, we are happy to note that it's not only system companies, but it's also component companies developing various parts of the component chain, including RF transceivers and so on, will be encouraged. So I think industry is getting a lot of encouragement, and we're happy to see this continue with the 6G efforts. Thank you.
Thank you all. So I think under the same tone of setting the tone for Atmanirbhar Bharat6G, today we are moving slightly just right now onwards to a curtain raiser, and that's under the Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave. Department of Telecommunications will do the curtain raiser here on digital communications theme. So I invite Mr. Ashok Kumar, DDG Standard, Research and Innovation. Big round of applause, please.
Thank you, Bharat6G. Respected our PSA, Principal Scientific Advisor, Professor Ajay Sood, sir. Respected Secretary Telecom, Neeraj Mittal, sir. Can we have the PPT? Distinguished panelists, distinguished members on the dais, and my dear participants. Today I am here for a curtain raiser on the digital communication theme, which is part of Emerging Science, Technology and Innovation Conclave, which is happening in the month of November. Okay, can we have the slides? Okay, let me continue by the time they are able to put the slides. Just to brief all of you that STIC Conclave have 11 thematic area, and there are more than 100 plus. Can we go to the next slide? Yeah, next slide please. Achha, okay, this one is next. Yeah, thank you. So we have 11 thematic area and 100 plus speakers, including plenary speakers, panelists and session speakers, and those includes global leaders as well as national leaders in the field of science and technology. So this particular conclave is being participated by multiple ministries of Government of India. Department of Telecommunication is one of the ministry anchoring the theme on digital communications, which includes multiple sessions and talk by expert speakers. Just to give you overall overview of the STIC program, with the objective of this program is to showcase India's leadership in science, technology and innovation, and also foster multi-sector collaboration, promote knowledge-driven economy and encourage international partnership. So as you can see, the thematic area, different topic, which is starting from advanced material, artificial intelligence, biomanufacturing, blue economy, digital communications, semiconductors, energy, health, quantum, space. So everything, all aspect of science and technology will be talked about over 3 days on those days. And if you look at the plenary session, day 1, day 2 and day 3, it's being inaugurated by none other than our Honorable Prime Ministers, and also participated by many Nobel laureate in these plenary functions. You can see on the screen that the plenary functions include Professor Ajay Sood sir, who is here on the dais, and also distinguished experts in the field. You can see on the screen. I'll not take much time reading the name. Plenary speakers also include, all of you know, Group Captain Subhanshu Shukla, who had been to space recently, and you can read the name on the screen. In the interest of time, I'm not going through that. And then finally, to the digital communication theme, for which I am here for the curtain raiser. So as you see on the screen, the keynote speaker We have Professor Kiran Kuchi, who is present here in front of me, which includes VVDN Puneet Agrawal from Lekha Ramu and from Tejas Kumar Sivarajan, who is on dais here, and also Professor R.K. Upadhyay. We have Professor Ganti and Parag Naik, and even we have CMD BSNL. I think he is moving to, yeah, okay, thank you. And now we move to the part for which we are here for unveiling of the curtain raiser of digital communication theme. May I invite PSA Professor Sood and Secretary Telecom jointly unveil the plenary, sir? Yeah, thank you. Can we run that? Yeah.
In a nation where every call connects dreams, every signal carries hope, and every byte of data empowers a citizen, India is redefining what it means to be truly connected. From the world's highest mountains to its deepest villages, digital waves now unite 140 crore aspirations into one voice, the voice of a rising Bharat. In just 11 years, Bharat has scripted a digital transformation that has inspired the world. From one of the highest data costs to one of the lowest. From limited connectivity to the world's second largest 5G ecosystem. India today stands as a global leader in digital communication. Connectivity is the heartbeat of development. From only 25 crore internet connections in 2014, Bharat now connects more than 1 billion citizens, a 285% growth in just a decade. Broadband has expanded over 15 times, reaching every corner of the nation. Through BharatNet, the world's largest rural broadband project, over 2.14 lakh Gram Panchayats are service-ready, linked through more than 7 lakh kilometers of optical fiber. From the northeast to Lakshadweep, every village, every citizen is being empowered through digital inclusion. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, India's digital rise has been powered by visionary reforms, indigenous innovation and world-class infrastructure. Massive investments in telecom, R&D, startups and last-mile connectivity have fueled Bharat's digital economy. Our indigenous 4G stack now powers nearly 98,000 towers, more than 105 G labs, testbed on 6G terahertz, testbed on advanced optical communication, and over 111 research projects are propelling Bharat's 6G vision. Under the PLI scheme, 4,000 crore rupees of investment has generated 88,383 crore rupees in production, 17,062 crore rupees in exports, and created over 29,000 jobs, making India a trusted partner in telecom manufacturing. The Telecommunications Act 2023 replaced the 140-year-old Telegraph Act. The Gati Shakti Sanchar portal has cut right-of-way approvals from 448 days in 2019 to just 60 days in 2024. Through Sanchar Sathi, more than 19 crore citizens are now empowered to trace and block lost or stolen phones, with 24 lakhs successfully traced and more than 6.2 lakhs recovered. India's international spoofed call prevention system blocks 90% of cross-border spoofed calls within 24 hours, over 1.3 crore in its first day alone. AI-driven tools like ASTR are eliminating fake mobile connections, reinforcing Bharat's strong cybersecurity foundation. To realize the UN's Early Warning for All initiative, India has deployed the indigenous CAP-based Sachet system for targeted alerts across the country. India's leadership is now global. At the India Mobile Congress 2024, 1.75 lakh people witnessed innovations in 6G, satellite and quantum communication. Hosting the World Telecommunication Standardization Assembly, India achieved record global participation and led 10 ITU study groups. Rising from rank 83 in 2014 to 49 in 2024 in the Network Readiness Index, Bharat's progress is now acknowledged worldwide. With our indigenous capabilities and affordable, trusted solutions, India stands ready to partner with the world in building a digital future.
Thank you. May I now invite Dr. Neeraj Mittal, sir, for the keynote address, sir.
So actually, I'm really keen to hear PSA, and I'm responsible for the delay, so I'll skip my chance. I'll request Dr. Sood to please. No, please. Thank you so much. Please.
Yeah, so I request the
I mean, I don't
chief
have much
guest,
to.
PSA, please.
I was just saying in an earlier session, I said the osmotic pressure of knowledge is so high from that side to this side. I don't have really much to contribute in terms of knowledge, except that there is to be a lot of collaboration, which I think is evident here. So let's hear on the technical sides and aspects and how we are going to do it structurally. What are the various schemes under Government of India, which our PSA is, spearheading under the guidance of the Honorable Prime Minister, as to how we can lead India into 6G. So may I request Dr. Sood.
Sir, welcome you, sir.
That puts extra pressure on me. So that's the good trick. Anyway, it's really a pleasure to be here. Dr. Neeraj Mittal and all the other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. This is really a gathering of experts, and I will just share some thoughts on this role of telecom sector in our Viksit Bharat. Yesterday we had the privilege of listening to inspiring words of our Honorable Prime Minister, where he really laid down the role of telecom in the Viksit Bharat, run to the Viksit Bharat in 2047, and also the thoughts of our Honorable Minister Jyotiraj Scindia ji. So it's very, very clear that telecom is at the core of progress of any country in general, but India in particular. So this telecom sector today is almost has, if you look at yesterday, some numbers were given, 1.178 billion wireless subscribers. So I'm repeating this number because it must hit us that it's a very large number when we compare with other countries. And in the age group of 15 to 30, almost 97% of the people use mobile phones, and many of them have the smartphones. So this mobile phone really is the behind the success story of JAM, Trinity, namely Jandhan, Aadhaar and mobile. And this is really the basis for UPI based India stack. Now in this particular IMC 2025, we see that we are here when the technologies like 5G, 6G, AI, quantum computing, quantum communication are not just shaping new industries, but redefining how we live and how we work and how we create and how we innovate. All this is happening at this time when we are meeting in this IMC 2025. And these technologies which we are seeing around and in the exhibition, they are really the horizontal layers for evolutionary growth of all vertical sectors. So this is really a basis on which many, many things depend. So the pace of advancement we have seen in telecom sector, which is a really role model for many technologies, is truly unprecedented. And all of us know that it is vital for our system, whether it is research, whether it is entrepreneurship, whether it is manufacturing, regulation and skills. These have to keep pace with the rapid transformation which is happening in our country, and this is where we need to be very alert. So in this today morning, I have about few minutes, 7-8 minutes. I'll just briefly make 5 points which all of you know, but I thought it's better to put it on one place. And I have seen that nobody has been hurt irreparably by listening to something which you already know. So I thought with that it is just a re-emphasizing what you know, but it is good to see when we reiterate, it really sinks into us and we need to see. The first thing is that how do we take our participation to global scale in 6G innovation, and this is where Bharat6G Alliance is poised to transform from being a technology user to becoming a technology provider. And we just saw in the presentation, there are many technologies which we need to do, many devices which we need to develop in India and manufacture. It is not just assembling the system, it is really making the devices. All of them will need R&D which will have to be taken at TRL 7, 8, 9, and this is what we need to see, how we really move the needle on this 6G innovation. And second one is strengthening the telecom value chain. Again, we have to see that we have the entire telecom value chain from R&D to standard settings to manufacturing to deep tech entrepreneurship and large scale sectoral adoption. All this we need to see, we have to strengthen the value chain. And the third one is policy strategy synergies for innovation and productization. Again, government is actively promoting R&D in all sectors, but telecom sector in particular, and we have initiatives which we heard yesterday, TTDF, how it has supported indigenous R&D and pilot deployment of telecom technologies, which are also focusing on rural and remote connectivity. Now we have the Digital Bharat Nidhi, we have the TDF, all this they provide milestone based funding to startups, academia and industry for scaling solutions in 5G, 6G, IoT, M2M and rural broadband. Now here I will just mention two initiatives of government, and the one very path-breaking initiative which telecom sector should take advantage is the corpus, 1 lakh crore rupees corpus which has been created for those who are rupee challenged. It's about 12 billion US dollars. This is a funding, this is for the private sector. So this will be like a zero interest or the low interest rate and some amount of deep tech startup funds. This is not a grant, but it is a loan and some amount in equity based funding for deep tech startups. This is now announced and it will be rolled out probably very soon. We are hoping, we are working towards that. DST is putting all the things together. It will be under ANRF, Anusandhan National Research Foundation, and we hope it will be announced in maybe in coming few weeks, and ASTIC could be one way where we could be announcing, but it's not finalized. So all of you should be really seeing how this fund can be utilized, because this will be to the private sector R&D, not to the government sector. But you have to have partnership, how you will do it, and this is something going to be a path breaker. This is what I was telling Neeraj ji on the stage, that you should really see how you can use this fund for really taking R&D, let's say from TRL 4 onwards, to products development and marketing. So it has to contribute to the economy. So this is something which I thought we should take note of, and the recently announced component manufacturing product linked incentive almost to 24,000 crore. Again, it is for electronic components and the related things, and lot of it will also be applicable to the telecom sector. So I thought this TTDF, RDI corpus fund and other instruments which are now available like this component manufacturing PLI, they really should give impetus to this 6G rolling out and really indigenizing our design and as well as the manufacturing. So all this we hope that all the leaders here will take note of, and I am sure it will go a long way. And this is what will, the fourth point is IP competitiveness, because it is not going to be easy. It's a crowded roadmap, you will have to make way into it, and this is where once we do this high-end R&D, it will also lead to IP creation and standard setting. And of course, the fifth one, which is very obvious, is the global partnerships with the right partners and making sure that India is a player in this game. So I think with all this, I am very sure that this Bharat6G alliance will make a big difference. We will have the 6G at a scale where 4G is now. We saw what 4G has done, and I am sure in coming years with all of your participation from academia, a lot of you are here, from industry, from global partners, we will make a difference. And this is really the time when innovation can lead to transformation. And I wish you all the very best, and with the able leadership here on the dais and with our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Ministers, I am very, very sure that all these schemes which I just briefly pointed out will make a difference in 6G rolling out, where we will not be only technology users, will also be technology providers. Wish you all the very best, and I really look forward to a enhanced scale of innovation in years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I think with the, we are very grateful for your kind presence here and the presence of Secretary Telecom. And sir, we have more than 40 invited foreign telecom, one can say standard and R&D experts from different part of the world, maybe more than 20 countries, and we will be having. So thank you all the persons and dais. With this, sir, we just thanks, and we'll come to next session, our next session. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, yeah, sir.